Halloween is really a special time, isn't it? Especially for me. You can see why if you know who I am. Look up a little. That's me, a jack-o'-lantern. At Halloween time every year, I sit up here and watch everybody go by. It's a nice and scary time, isn't it? All those wonderful costumes and masks and makeup. I think about how much fun Halloween is. I also worry a little bit about the things that can spoil the fun of Halloween. Those kinds of things scare me too, but in a different way. For instance, look next door. That's where Corey lives.
Corey, have you got that pumpkin ready yet?
Yes, Dad.
Corey's going to carve a pumpkin with her dad.
Weighs 50 pounds.
That's a big one. It probably weighs close to that.
Probably.
Come on here and set it down.
Okay.
Let me get the paper straightened out.
How's that?
That's fine. Have you decided what kind of face you're going to make on it yet?
A happy face.
I'll do that.
Now, a pumpkin's not easy to carve. I know that. You need the proper tools. But first you have to draw a face that you can carve.
All right, so we've got to be careful.
Corey's doing that.
That's a nice pumpkin face.
Thank you.
Well, let's see if we can cut the top off now.
Then you cut the top off so you can scoop out the insides. It takes a sharp knife. And you know sharp knives can be dangerous if they're not used right. I'm glad that Corey's father is helping her. It's much safer that way.
Eager to get inside?
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull that off.
Ew, look.
You ever seen the inside of a pumpkin before?
Yeah. Not that way.
Okay, now comes the fun part. Gotta start cleaning it out.
Getting my inside scooped out tickles me. It'd tickle you too, if you were a pumpkin. So far it's been fun. But look at Corey's hand. Kinda gooey, isn't it? Corey is going to carve the face with a small knife. Can you imagine how that knife could slip and maybe cut her? I hope Corey will do the safe thing. Good, that's a lot better. A clean, dry hand can hold a knife safely, and cut with it safely too. Cut slowly, carefully, in small slices, and always cut away from yourself.
Thank you.
Make sure there's an adult, or someone a lot older than you, who can help you if you need help. That's the safe way to carve a pumpkin. I'm glad Corey isn't going to spoil her Halloween fun. Carve carefully. That's one way to have a Halloween that's fun and safe. But what about having a candle burning inside your pumpkin? Well, I'm sitting on brick. But a candle and a pumpkin on a wooden porch might not be safe at all. A flashlight could be a lot safer then. But it's best to stay away from lighted candles that are inside or outside of jack-o'-lanterns. You know why. Well, not everybody carves a pumpkin on Halloween, but just about everybody does dress up in a costume. For instance, look across the street there. Do you see what I see? That robot is Jeremy in his costume.
Oh, Jessica, it's you. How do you like my costume? You look great.
Well, it may look great from the outside, but from the inside, things don't look very good at all. Jeremy can't see very well with his robot head on, and I don't think the rest of his costume lets him walk very well. He can't bend his knees.
How are you going to walk in that? I don't know.
It's hard for Jeremy to keep his balance. If Jeremy went out like that, he might keep losing his balance all the time. He might fall down just anywhere, and probably everywhere. Sidewalks hurt you when you fall on them, and so do streets. And streets are especially dangerous to fall down on. Jeremy has to be able to walk better if he doesn't want to spoil his Halloween fun. There, that's better. A costume shouldn't make you trip or fall. That's not safe. It should be easy for you to move in your costume. And you have to be able to see where you're going.
Look, Jessica.
A mask that makes it hard to see could get you into all kinds of trouble. There, that's much better. Jeremy can see well now and move safely in his costume too.
Now I'm going to try my
Oh, but look at Jessica. She can't see much with her mask on.
It's too big for me.
A monster needs an ugly face. But does it have to be a mask? Makeup can be just as good, and it's always just the right size for you. Just don't get it in your eyes.
Okay, I'll get another one.
If you're not too good at putting on makeup, get an adult to help you. Make sure your mask and costume let you see well and walk well, and they won't spoil your fun on Halloween.
Okay, great. Now, let me try.
Of course, the reason you get all dressed up at Halloween is so you can have fun going trick-or-treating.
Grrr.
And I like to see all the children out in their costumes. But when I see them, I always hope they don't forget all they know about crossing streets safely. And I hope you don't either. That's especially important when drivers can't see you well. And for you to see the cars well, it's a good idea to take off your mask when you cross. Even though it may not be night yet, it's dark enough to make things outdoors hard to see, you and the cars. It makes me so happy when I see children look to their left for cars, then right for cars, then left again before they cross. You mustn't forget all the safety rules you know on Halloween, and especially because it's dark. It's safest not to cross between parked cars. That can be very dangerous. And don't cut across yards or empty lots. When it's dark, you can't see what's there. Remembering safety rules is very important on Halloween. There's something else that can help keep you safe outside when it's dark. You'll see right away. Yes, just as I thought. They're coming up my walk now. The people who live in my house like to take pictures of the children who come by.
Okay, we're going to take a picture for a treat, too. Everybody smile.
Now you'll see what there is about their costumes that makes it easier for drivers to see them when it's dark. Do you see how easy it is to see the bright colors in the costumes? Bright colors are easier to see at night than dark colors are. But there's something else. Some parts seem to glow from the camera flash. That's how those parts will look when car headlights shine on them. Those are just pieces of special tape that reflect light very well. You can put tape like that on your costume and on your trick-or-treat bag. Some costumes already have reflecting material on them. Making your costume and your bag easy to see makes you easy to see. And that's a good way to help make Halloween safe. The safer Halloween is, the more fun it is, for you and for me. That's what I think. But some people have a strange idea of fun. They think it's fun to mess up other people's things with paint. They don't think about how the people feel whose things are ruined. And some people think it's fun to throw things at cars and houses and buildings. But the people whose things they're messing up don't. I don't either. It isn't fun to spoil other people's things and make them unhappy. Some people even think it's fun to smash pumpkins. Oh no, that's not fun. Not for all the people who work so hard carving pumpkins, and especially not for us pumpkins. Whew, wow, that was close. Some people don't know what fun really is. I do, and I'll bet you do too. And I know they do. Trick-or-treating is always fun. But there are some things you should remember to help keep it fun. One thing is to always go out with friends. And have an adult come along too. Don't ever trick alone. And if someone you don't know very well invites you in.
Look, tonight. Would you like to come in? I have more treats inside.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
That's right. Say, no thanks. And don't eat the treats while you're collecting them. Stay in your own neighborhood. Don't get too far from home. Don't worry, you'll collect enough treats. People are expecting you. And even if you don't stop at houses with no outside lights on, which you shouldn't, you'll have a wonderful time at Halloween. Some of you will probably still be out when it's really dark. That's when flashlights are an especially good idea, to help you watch out for places you might fall or stumble over if you didn't see them. But remember, don't shine those flashlights into anybody's eyes, especially a driver's eyes. That could be dangerous. It isn't hard to have a safe Halloween. Just look how easy it is to see those children when they cross. They wouldn't want an accident to spoil their Halloween fun. I wouldn't want that to happen either. Trick-or-treating is almost over this Halloween for Corey and Jessica and Jeremy. It's almost time for them to head for home. But what do you do with all the treats you've collected? A lot of them are things to eat, of course. But you don't eat them all, at least not right away, that's for sure. And there might be some you won't want to eat at all.
Kind of gooey. It was
Get a grown-up to help you decide, or at least someone a lot older than you.
Let's get rid of that.
You see, some people think it's fun to play tricks with your treats. Watch out for candy wrappers that have been torn or punctured. That might be a sign of tampering. There might be things in the candy, so break open candy bars before you eat them. Cut fruit into pieces before you eat it, just in case something's been stuck in it. Watch out for things that look like candy, but might be medicines or drugs, or even poisons. Don't eat anything that doesn't look right. If it looks funny, it might not be so funny if you ate it. Treats are so much fun to collect. It'd be awful to have them spoil your Halloween fun by making you sick. Corey's treats won't make her sick, and I hope yours won't make you sick either. I hope you can have the most fun you've ever had this Halloween. Halloween can be a scary time, not because of witches or ghosts that we know aren't real, but because of real things that can spoil our fun. Just remember these few important things I've told you about. Carve your pumpkin carefully. Make sure that you can see. And make sure people can see you. Remember all your safety rules, and take off your mask when you cross a street.
Trick-or-treat!
Trick-or-treat in your own neighborhood, and don't keep any treats that don't look right. If you can do all that, then you won't have to worry about scary, real things happening on Halloween, right? Right. Have a fun and a safe Halloween.
Trick-or-treat, trick-or-treat, right through. Little scalawags with rings.
What kind of place you running here, anyhow, Wonka?
Mesdames et messieurs, maintenant nous allons faire un petit voyage par bateau.
What's he talking about?
Voulez-vous entrer le Wonkatania?
good enough to eat.
That's quite a nice little canoe you've got there, Wonka.
All I ask is a tall ship and a star to sail her by. All aboard, everybody.
Ladies first, and that means Veruca.
If she's a lady, I'm a vermicious knid.
You sure this thing will float, eh, Wonka?
With your buoyancy, sir, rest assured.
She's très jolie, but is she seaworthy?
Nothing to worry about, my dear lady. I take good care of my guests.
Yeah, you took real good care of that August kid over
Everybody
there. Everybody
aboard? You're going to love this. Just love it.
She wants is a good kick in the pants.
I think I'm going to be seasick.
Here, try one of these.
What are they?
Rainbow drops. Suck 'em and you can spit in 7 different colors.
Spitting's a dirty habit.
I know a worse one.
What business you in, Salt?
Nuts. Hang on, where are we going?
I don't know, but I don't like what's that tunnel up there. Hey, Wonka, I want off!
Round the world and home again. That's the sailor's way. Wonka, do me a favor. Tell those people to stop paddling from there.
Going too fast. We're going to sink. I know. Come on, please stop the boat.
Hang on, darling. Close your eyes and hang on tight.
Hey, this isn't funny, Wonka!
You can't possibly see where you're going, Wonka.
You're right. I can't.
Boy, what a great series this will be.
Wonka.
This is kind of strange.
Yeah, strange, Charlie, but it's fun.
This is terrific.
I'd like to get off the boat, Wonka. You're going to be sick. I can take you to it. Not too far.
Tell our little guy to turn us around, Wonka!
Now I am going to be sick. Help me, help me.
There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing or which way the river's flowing. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Yes! The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are glowing!
This has gone far enough. Quite right, sir. Stop the boat.
We're there.
Where?
Here. A small step for mankind, but a giant step for us.
Don't it make you think and shiver? Don't it make you think? Can't you hear music queer? See that melancholy fellow playing on his ghostly cello as he croons ragtime blues. From his long and bony fingers comes a melody that lingers on the air. So beware, you'll be dying to start in find that rag. Oh, that skeleton rag. That goblin rag. It sounds so weepy, creepy, solemn, serious. See them wiggle and wag. Singing with that one song so light. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Gather all around me, little pickaninny boys. Don't you hear that scary, can't you hear that scary noise? Listen to that awful moan, I guess you better run on home. The boogeyman is here. Hurry up and go to bed and cover up your woolly head. The boogeyman is here. Don't you never let him get you from your mammy's door, 'cause Mammy loves you so. Get you run and don't look back until you get to Patty Shack. The boogeyman is here.
The bats are out tonight. The ghosts are getting ready. Things will give you such a fright. I hope your nerves are steady. It's a night for a trick or treat and a spooky, weird refrain. So come and take a seat, 'cause it's Halloween again. What's that you say? It looks like just a feast? Well, don't go away. The guest of honor is a beast. The call is going out for you. Yes, there are ghouls that lie in wait. They know exactly what to do. They're on the prowl, and you're the bait. You're the bait. You're the bait. You're the bait. Well, you frightened?
Golly, what's there to be frightened of?
Plenty.
Oh, Halloween just means getting dressed up in costumes.
Do you know how that custom got started?
Nope.
It goes back to people called Druids, who lived a long time ago.
You mean before there was television?
I mean a couple thousand years ago.
This long ago?
Almost. The Druids lived in Ireland and England. They thought that spirits returned to Earth on Halloween night, so the people dressed up to look like ghosts, hoping that the real spirits would leave them alone.
Huh. That's how trick-or-treating got started?
That's right. They gave treats to the spirits so that the spirits wouldn't play tricks on them. That trick-or-treaters should go with an adult, and they should dress in light-colored costumes so they can be seen at night.
Definitely.
Some people have no respect, and they carefully examine all treats. And if they do find anything harmful, they tell the police. If you use common sense, trick-or-treating is fun. But sometimes it's easier to have a party instead. That's an old Halloween tradition, too.
I like parties.
Would you like me to arrange for some ghosts and goblins to come to your party? Would that scare you?
Well.
Oh, come on. In the old days, people expected spirits to show up at their Halloween gatherings. So they got lots of good food, including apples and nuts, and put on big feasts so that the spirits who came would be well fed and wouldn't cause trouble. Of course, people ate some of the feasts too. One reason people had Halloween parties is that they used to celebrate their New Year's on Halloween.
Huh. I guess they didn't have a calendar handy. Gosh, New Year's parties in October and believing in ghosts. People sure used to be mixed up.
You don't believe in ghosts?
I don't think so.
What? Don't be too sure.
Seeing a ghost would be kinda scary. Come on, this is just make-believe and superstition, isn't it?
Well, yes. But on Halloween, it's fun to talk about superstitions that people used to believe.
Like what?
Or that anybody out after sundown was a friend of an evil spirit and could put a spell on you just by looking at you.
Gosh, are all superstitions about bad stuff?
Oh, no. For example, cats were thought to be lucky on Halloween. If a cat sat beside you, it meant good luck. And if a cat jumped into your lap, it meant even better luck.
Unless the cat is bigger than you. Gosh.
There was another superstition that if a fellow put 9 grains of oats in his mouth and went out walking, he'd end up marrying the girl whose name he heard first.
I guess it works.
It was also believed that if you looked into a mirror at midnight, you'd see your true love in the reflection.
Yup, I guess that one works too.
And of course, Halloween was supposed to be a special time for fortune-telling.
Golly, I wonder what's in store for me.
Oh, I foresee that you'll have lots of outdoor adventures. And you'll get a big bang out of meeting someone special.
Woo-wee, stop predicting.
A trifle terrified, are you?
Come on, I'm educated. I don't believe in all these superstitions.
If you get a scary call from a ghost that's short or tall, remember that I warned you of creatures that yell, boo! Ghosts and ghouls and witches are beings that cause twitches. And Halloween's the day on which they have their way. Look out for black cats. Watch for flying bats. Look for monsters as scary as they can be. And most of all, look out for me.
Oh, now I'm scared.